Thank you. Woo. Thank you. I hope I can read these notes. Age takes its toll. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman's down here. There he is. Yeah. And former Ms. Chairman, board members, Paul Guzzi and the chamber staff, assembled members, family and friends, thank you, thank you, thank you. As a longtime director of the Greater Boston Chamber of Commerce, the premier business leadership organization in our region, I've been involved with this award since its inception. And so I know its underlying intent and importance. And as I reflect upon my life in Boston over the past 40 years, I know that I could not be given a tribute that better validates my values and my career. If I may, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge family members who are joining me this evening. Of course, my wife, Benny, our children, Pratt and BJ, my brother, Keith, my sister-in-law, Lisa, my niece, Aliana, and also extended family members, Robin and Jean Cook, Rebecca Roth, and Jean Gabay. And also I'd like to give a, well, thank you. I'd also like to give a special salute to my friends and colleagues from Bingham McCutchen, PRWT Services, Alpha Office Supplies, and of course, the TJX companies. Yeah, big round, come on, give it up, give it up. I'm absolutely thrilled to be an honoree this evening, and my great elation is due in no small measure to the privilege I enjoy of being in the illustrious company of my fellow inductees and two heroes of mine, Regina Pisa and also Henry Termeer. And you know, speaking of heroes, how about my fellow Air Force Academy alumni, Sully Sullenberger? Another round of applause for him, please. When I think about it, my career in my beloved Bay State, whether it be in law or business or public service or philanthropy or community betterment or civic affairs, I've been extremely fortunate to be mentored, supported, and guided by a cadre of outstanding individuals, some of whom are themselves distinguished Bostonian inductees. I had intended at this point to give all of them public thanks. However, when I showed a draft of my remarks to Benny in her thoughtful, calm, and observant manner, measured way, she said, yes, all those folks have indeed helped me immensely, and indeed there have been even more people than the ones that I had listed, but that if I were to do a roll call of all those folks, we'd be here all night. So, grudgingly bowing to her superior wisdom in these matters, I abandoned the idea of doing a roll call, but without checking with her first, I decided to acknowledge at least one past distinguished Bostonian inductee, and for me, the brightest among the constellation of personal guiding stars, my best friend, my confidant, my role model, my business partner, my companion and my wife of 40 years, Benny Pratt Wiley. Thank you. To tell you the truth, I didn't start life with the notion of becoming a business person. Growing up in the sweltering clash of Jim Crow practices and the civil rights movement, I felt duty-bound to enter government to help redress some of the many woes plaguing America's black citizens. And indeed, I entered the dreaded private sector I knew absolutely nothing about, merely to gain experience and understanding that would help make me a better public servant. Ironically, once exposed to the milieu, I learned that government action alone could not resolve society's problems, and I came to realize that I could confront some of the challenges that I wanted to far more effectively from my private sector perch through the creation, expansion, and intelligent application of financial and other resources. The rubric for that transformational process, economic development, became my new mantra. And as a freshly minted entrepreneur, I enthusiastically became involved in many of the activities for which I'm being honored this evening. Along the way, I learned that as a matter of principle and practicality, helping one's own group enjoy America's opportunities and freedom actually meant helping them all. And so my Black agenda for economic development enlarged to include advancing the interest of other historically disadvantaged groups in Boston and beyond. In that regard, perhaps my proudest accomplishments over the years are those doors that I've helped open in our Commonwealth to diverse talent from every sector, to women and to persons of all colors, ethnicities, creeds, sexual preferences, and physical and mental capabilities. A cornucopia of talent and energy that is already helping to make a greater future for us all. Why did I do these things? Because at my core, I deeply believe in the ideal systematically ingrained in me by my Black forefathers and mothers, an ideal exquisitely espoused in America's founding declarations and towards which our nation has inexorably moved in fits and starts since that time. It's the ideal of an America and eventually a world where everyone can peacefully and safely pursue self-actualization and happiness with liberty and justice for one and all. Thank you very much.